And don't get me wrong, I did go out at lunch and buy a load of junk on the regular, but it makes a difference when you've got a visual of what it is that you're saving for. Hey everyone, is it true? Can you really buy luxury items on a 9-to-5 job? And if you can, how much can you realistically buy in the year? Particularly when you see people on social media, and I'm part of it, you know, when people are buying, how are they doing it? I'm going to talk to you about my thoughts on this topic. I did do a video like this years ago, but I want to revisit it because the economic climate now is way different to how it was. I think I did that video in 2019. So I'm going to revisit it, talk to you about my own experiences, but also share with you some tips and some advice, some things that have really worked for me in the past to enable me to be able to buy that bag that I really want on a 9-to-5, particularly if you're someone who you find that you tend to live paycheck to paycheck. That can make it more difficult, but it's not impossible. So we're going to talk about that, but also I have got 5 what I really think are quite affordable bags that I'm going to show you. They're all new, they've just arrived. I'm going to unbox them and show you all of them. There is only one that I would say is more expensive. The rest are, from memory, the rest are under £500, and you can buy them globally. So I will link to everything below. If there's anything you like, go and check it out below. And I actually got everything from Farfetch. And Farfetch is like a retail website where you're really supporting independent boutiques globally, because everything comes from independent boutiques, and as such everything is wrapped differently. Like this bag comes in its own dust bag, everything gets wrapped differently, so when you're ordering, that's kind of how it goes. The first bag I'm going to start with, before we talk about the whole 9-to-5 topic, is a bag that as soon as I opened it, I said, wow, this is nice. It's this from DEMELLIER. Is that how you say it? DEMELLIER? I think it is. This is their Vancouver leather crossbody. And I have had so many of you saying to me, what do you think about that brand? What are your thoughts on it? And I couldn't tell you because I'd never tried it before. But the other reason why I liked the look of this is, as you know, I am after the Hermes Constance. That bag, I think, is that nearly £10,000, plus as well you have to be offered it. And I haven't had that offer just yet, which is fine. You know, I've said to you before, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'm not going to cry over it. But this bag looks very similar. It's got that satchel design. I love this colour. This colour is a cream, but it's got a hint of grey through it. It's really, really beautiful. You can also get this in black and in other colours. This brand also does other designs of bag. So as I say, I will link to this below and you can go and check it out. The leather looks such good quality. I love the way the crossbody strap loops through these 2 metal kind of slots on the top of the bag. The size of it's really good. I'm going to show you in this video what fits in all of these bags, because to me that's an important thing. I only buy a bag and keep it if my stuff fits. Otherwise you don't end up using it, do you? They just become something that sit on a shelf and look nice, but you don't end up using it. Okay, the next, which is more expensive. So that DEMELLIER bag, how much was that? I can't remember exactly, but I will put prices in here so that you know for your own self. But the next bag is this. This is C by Chloe. And I really like this brand's bags. I really do like them. The quality's really good. Let me just open this. Look at this cute little bag. So this is full leather. It's got the logo on it there, but it's quite discreet. But I find with this circular design on the front, it's something whereby as soon as I see this, I know it's Chloe. And it's also got a little key charm on it there, a key with like a circular metal plaque that's got C by Chloe written on it. Really, really cute, really pretty, and not expensive. This is the thing with all of this. I wanted to show bags that are not going to break the bank, because things are different right now and we all still want to treat ourselves, but not spend kind of like Chanel money necessarily on this stuff. One of the more expensive, so this is, out of everything I'm going to show you, this is the most expensive. And it comes in, you know, I showed you this dust bag earlier, and this one I'm actually excited about because this is a brand that I've got really into lately, ever since I went to Bicester Village and saw, do you remember that green bag? It was like green iridescent, it was gorgeous. I saw that bag. Since that point, I will confess, been Googling this brand, and I saw this bag. It is from Salvatore Ferragamo, and oh, it's cute. Oh, look at that. You can get this in different sizes as well. It does come in a larger size. I'm not sure whether I might actually go for the larger size, because now I see it, I know I like the shape. I like the shape of it, I like the gold hardware. So to open it, these bits fold forward, and then the bag opens like that. Does it have a crossbody strap? Yes, it does. So you can wear this crossbody. I like the design of it. I like the ease of use. I think that's really cute. That's really, really nice. And as I say, that is the most expensive out of everything I'm going to show you. But everything else is way more within budget. I mean, this might be within your budget, to be honest. I don't know, but I thought I'd try it anyway. Now I've seen it, as I say, I'm gonna get the larger size in, there's a really nice green color. It's like green with blue ombre. I think it's blue. Oh, it's so nice. The next bag is one of my favorites. It's from Aspinal of London. If you want a really good quality bag, with all of these, I feel like they're all very good quality, but if you want quality, you want something quite classy. Everything comes beautifully boxed, and when I show you the dust bag's lovely on these. So this is the dust bag, and it's got kind of like drawstring toggles either side. It's like a really soft material. Let's have a look at this bag. Look at this. Chanel Classic Flap dupe in the small size. This also comes in a larger size as well, so you can get this in a size that is the same size as the jumbo. And I will show you it here, the larger size. The larger size I'm showing you is a bag that I've had for years, and I use it for work. I love the elegance of it. I love that there's no big logo. There is a logo on there, but it's very, very small and quite discreet. This is in a caviar leather, and on the back it's also got a small logo there that you can just about see. These bags are fantastic, and if you like the Chanel style classic flap but you don't want to go and spend that kind of money on it, consider this. Aspinal also do loads of other really nice bag designs, but this is one of my favourites. And then the final bag, which is all covered in wrapping, but I'm going to unwrap it to show you, is this from Coach. A lot of you know I'm a big Coach fan. I think that the brand used to be quite underrated, but it's really massively, I'm noticing on YouTube, growing in popularity a lot. Not just from the point of view of other bloggers buying it, but also from the comments I'm getting from all of you. Lots of you saying that you love this brand. And I like the quality, and I like how much you get for your money. These bags are not super expensive. They are, and again, I forget how much exactly this was, but I'll put the price in here. I've just noticed on this bag, there are actually 3 different ways you can carry this. You've got a removable top handle, you've got a removable crossbody strap, which is also adjustable. You can adjust the drop length, but look at this. It also comes with a chain detachable handle that you can put on there. So if we pop that on now, you can see that now you can actually carry the bag by the chain handle. I think that's so cool, such good value for money, because the top handle, the crossbody strap, but also this chain handle, they are 3 completely different looks for this bag. And also, if I show you, the biggest phone in the world, which is the Samsung Galaxy Note 9, fits in there perfectly. So if you have a large phone, no problem whatsoever. And now if I show you, you can see the phone is in this front pocket, and there's still room to put more. I've also put a large wallet, which could be a makeup case, 2 card holders, and I will also put my keys in there as well. And there's still so much room. Look at all the room that's still available at the back there. Plus there is this rear pocket. This is the dust bag, by the way. This is the dust bag that comes with it. So those bags, plus the jacket and the jeans, and also my top, I'll link to all of it below. This top is back in stock. It keeps going out of stock, the version that's got the little turtleneck on it. So if you always wanted this, it is back in stock again. Normally it's the scoop neck which is you can always get, but this version's like slightly harder, but everything's going to be linked to below. So let's talk about this 9 to 5 conundrum and what do I think. So I used to work a 9 to 5. It was not a 9 to 5, it was more like a 9 till 8, which is probably the case for a lot of people. But in that 9 to 5 job, the wage I was on at the beginning of my career was really bad, and I couldn't afford anything. I couldn't even afford lunch, let alone anything luxury. But that changed as I gradually made my way up the career ladder, and that is the number one way. And this is easier said than done, but the number one way I would say to grow your earnings so that you can buy stuff. And I'm not even, you know, I know we're talking about luxury handbags and stuff, but this goes for like buying a house, buying a car, traveling, those important things in life that are more important than a handbag. But this is a luxury channel, so we're talking about handbags. The easiest way, it's not easy, the quickest way of doing it is to try and go for promotion, whereby you get a pay rise along with that promotion. It's not easy, because if you're sort of in a job tier level where you're still very much learning, you can't jump in and ask for a promotion when you kind of know you're not ready for that promotion. But things you can do that I've spoken about a million times before, and so I will briefly talk about it now. And if you want a video on this, on how to get more money from your job, let me know, I can do it. But things that worked for me were to document every single achievement throughout the year. So in January, I'd start my calendar. What projects did I do this month? What didn't go over budget? What made money? What was delivered on time? What was the client really, you know, what did we do? And the client was like ecstatic with it. I make notes of everything month on month. Then at the end of the year, normally in December, when we'd have our reviews, I would take out all of my notes. I would actually put it into a presentation with screenshots of the work. Depends on the kind of job you do. I've always worked in the creative industry, so I was able to screenshot like websites or campaigns we'd done to like visually show what I'd done, and I would use that in my review. And not only did it make me look very competent, but I would get pay rises based on that, because very often, even yourself, you will forget. In December, you're going to forget what you did in January. No one's going to remember that. If you go into a review and it's just you and you've got no evidence of what you've done that year, you've got a few bits from the last few months that you can remember, it doesn't cut it. Go in there, be prepared, you will look very competent, and your chances of getting a pay rise are a lot higher than if you go in with nothing, or go in with like a few notes and a book or something. Go in there with a presentation. If you are at the top, if you feel like you're in your job title and you've learnt and you're ready for the next step, but the place that you're working in isn't giving you the opportunity to go for a promotion, quit the job. Obviously don't quit the job and then look for another job. Look for another job that is at the next level up that you want to go for. And then when you've got that job in the bag and secured and it's paying you more money than where you are, then leave and move to the next job. And sometimes if you're working at a place where you love the culture and you love it, but you're stuck in that job, sometimes you have to make that difficult decision to leave. But basically, earning more money is the only real way that you will get to a point where you can start to afford more in your life. The next thing I would always say is to clear out any unnecessary spending. So, for example, I found out recently that my phone bill has gone up to over £70 a month because I've come out of contract and they didn't tell me. So my contract has ended where it was capped at a certain amount, and now it's just whatever they want it to be per month. And I don't get how it's so much money, because I'm always at home on the Wi-Fi, so I don't understand how it's that kind of money. But that's something I need to phone up. I'm going to phone up today and sort that out. But if there is unnecessary spending, sort it out. Don't delay. I know it's a pain having to phone places up, having to say to them, look, I'm paying for this, I don't want to pay for it anymore, get rid of it. For example, I had a duplicate health insurance policy. I had two by accident. One was like a cash plan and one was like a booper thing. And I realised I didn't need the cash plan anymore because I had the booper, thing, so I got rid of the cash plan. Things like that can really start to save you money, and that's another way that you can put money aside to put towards luxury. The next thing is another big thing that I used to do a lot, and I still do it now, is that I sell things that I'm not using anymore. Whether it's clothing, bags, anything that I'm not using, I will put it up for sale. And it's something I've always done, and it's a really great way of earning some quick cash. Like, really good way of doing it, actually. It's all about your pictures, though. I would say if you've got things that are hanging around, have a look at your images. Your images, in order to sell and get good money, I've figured that your images need to be banging. They need to be really good, very clear. Think like blogger type images on Instagram. That's, if you're selling clothes, that's really what does it. Now, all of this is easier said than done. I know a lot of people live paycheck to paycheck, and after they've taken their bills out, I've been there, I get paid, I deduct all of my bills, I actually have nothing left. Again, if you're in that situation, the only option you have is to go for a promotion and a pay rise. Honestly, it's the only thing you can do, as well as selling bits and pieces, but long term, you want to get out of that situation anyway. So try and focus on your career and try and work your way up. The other thing as well, in this climate, with everything that's going on with mortgage rates, with cost of utility bills, with food prices, if there is anything you can do to get your utility bills down, do it. Like, we have actually spent a lot of time in the last couple of months moving suppliers where we can, negotiating, and the same thing on car insurance. Car insurance has gone through the roof, so we are currently negotiating that. Anything you can do, as annoying as it might be, as like inconvenient as it might be, anything you can do to try and save yourself extra money, do it. And then finally, another point that I've said before, but I'm going to say it again because it's really important. Don't be distracted. When you are saving for that bag, and that bag is £1,000, and you've got up to 500 or 600 and it's taken you ages to get there, and then you get distracted by a Chanel card holder, don't do it, because you will always still long for the bag. Don't get distracted by smaller things because you've been saving for ages, you've got a bit bored, and you just want to get that retail fix. Honestly, it's not worth it, because as I say, you will always still end up wanting fundamentally the thing that you were saving for in the first place. It's different now because I work for myself. But when I was working a 9 to 5 for someone else, that's what I did, and that's what worked. And also bonuses. At the end of the year, when you do your review, they might not give you a pay rise, but they might give you a really decent bonus. So that's another thing you can take into account as well, is like, I got a bonus one year, and I remember it was big enough that I could buy a Chanel bag and a Louis Vuitton bag, and I nearly died. I was so excited. And they were my first proper bags as well, and I loved them. And I used them both to death. And whenever I looked at those bags, it reminded me of my hard work. That's what it reminded me of. So it is possible. If you have enjoyed this video, I'm going to link to 2 more here and here. If you want some business videos, by the way, some sort of work videos, I can do more of them. I slowed down on them because no one watched, but I know that a lot of you who are into them are really into them. So if you are, and if you want more, let me know, and let me know specifically what topics you'd like covered. But if you do want to catch up on any more, I've got a whole playlist that I will link to below of like motivation, work, feel-good kind of videos, so you can go and check those out. But hopefully you will come and join me in one of these 2 videos.